Hey, y'all, welcome back to the Effortless Expansion Podcast. Yeah, Jess here. So I've been being stretched to talk to you guys about creating a life that you're obsessed with. And y'all know that my big core belief is you get to have anything and everything you want. And this means if you're not obsessed with your life, freaking change it, right? Let's have the confidence to listen to our intuition. Let's have the confidence to make changes. Let's have the confidence to know that the universe that we're divinely supported beyond belief, period. And when we're not obsessed with our life, to make the changes so we are obsessed with our life. And so I have 3 ways I want to dig deeper, go bigger, go bolder, go braver to talk about creating a life that you're obsessed with. I have 3 ways, but I have a feeling we're going to get into a lot more. So I am of the belief, and I want to invite you to calibrate up to this belief too, that you get to have anything and everything you want, because you do. Okay. And in doing that, that means you get to have a life that you're obsessed with, a life that is filled with moments that take your breath away, a life that is filled with magic, a life that is filled with like, oh my goodness, yes, please, more please vibes. That kind of life, that kind of frequency. And I'm just attuning to this right now. Word I am word through this intention and coming up as high as we possibly can as we actually, I'm going to do something different. I'm going to cast a circle of light for us to this podcast and specifically. So this is something that I do in all my containers, but my soul is just like pinging me for it now. And this is like something that you don't actually, even you don't need to close your eyes for. It's just that you listen. And I'm going to ask that my healing team, my alchemy team be involved in this, to everybody who's listening and who's here present with me right now, because I'm recording this also on Zoom. So I want to ask, as always, that my core healing team, in conjunction with Source Creator God, be present for this powerful podcast streaming session that's about to happen. I want to ask that all of our divine communication channels be clear and taken up to the highest frequency possible. The channels are including, but not limited to, our clairaudient, our clairvoyant, our clairsentient, our claircognizant, our transmedium, our kundalini, our sexual tantra, psychic and telepathic channels. May they be taken up as highest frequency as they can with limited effects to our physical body. I also ask that all 4 of our etheric bodies be taken up as high as possible, that our chakras be realigned, replaced, or repaired as needed for the highest good of all involved. I also ask that the highest frequency available in alchemical healing available to all of us who are listening to me who's recording this, that we all feel these alchemical key codes that are going to flow through this transmission. And as always, I give great love to the one source, Creator God, for whom all of us and whom all of this is possible. Okay, with that, thanks, y'all. I felt called because I want to invite you to come up into this frequency with me. The frequency of you get to have anything and everything you want, and the frequency that your life gets to be so freaking good, you get to be obsessed with your life. So, Jess, how do I create a life that I'm obsessed with? So glad you asked. Let's get into it. But first, I'm going to tell you what's happening in my world. I want to invite you into the Effortless bundle. Is happening, you guys. This month, I'm teaching Effortless Union. And then the next month will be Effortless Wealth. And then the next month will be Effortless Manifestation. These are offers that you'll be able to purchase at any time, or the bundle at any time. These will be pre-recorded, and I'm going to run them live once a year as well. So Effortless Union is up next. And this is all about becoming effortless in your relationship. What does it look like to have the deep, most passionate relationship that you're obsessed with, that you're on the deepest level of respect, that your communication is on point, that you are so freaking filled sexually? What does that look like? What does that feel like to you? Did that like make your skin crawl when I said sexually there? Ooh, I felt that from some of you. You get to have anything and everything you want. Then we're going to talk about Effortless Wealth, which is wealth. What is it? Wealth is a frequency. Man, we were in Naples last week, and let me just tell you, there's a lot of money in Naples, and I freaking love being around all the people that have lots of money, because guess what money is? Wealth is a frequency that you get to tap into. You don't have to prove yourself. You don't have to work extra hard. You don't have to create your own company. You don't have to have your own business. You get to tap into wealth, right? It's a frequency. And so I want you, just like we can tap into the wealth frequency, you can also tap into the frequency that I'm offering you here, that you get to be obsessed with your freaking life. Okay. And then last but not least is Effortless Manifestation. Y'all know I'm the manifestation queen. I can't wait to teach you guys into further anchoring into the manifestation key codes and rising in your manifestation journey, your rituals, what you're calling into your life, and really using manifestation for what it is, an effortless tool that's available to you. And you're using it right now, but let's format it in a way, let's put it in a way where it actually serves you. So you do get what you want. Okay, so that's happening. Of course, I also have the Unrolling Mastermind. This is a newer offer for me. This is our omit enrollment rolling mastermind. So I take 6 women, in at a time. 6 or 12 months we spend together in a mastermind where we're in Voxer 4 days a week, where we talk every other week on a Zoom call, where we're in this community of like-minded women who are ready to really revamp and change their lives and to do it their way, their unruly way, to ditch the rules they've been taught. And so I'm so excited for this space. So as I'm currently recording this, there's a couple spots left. As always, you can DM me if you're interested in that. Check it out on my website. All right, without further ado, let's jump into it. 3 ways or more on how to create a life that you are so obsessed with. 1, I hear to women all the time. I'm like, okay, well, what do you want? What do you want out of this situation? We're walking through a really hard situation right now in our family that I cannot wait to eventually share some of the details with you. I will never be able to share them all, but I will be able to share some of them. And I keep asking myself, what do I want out of this situation? What do I want? What do I want? What do I want? Because my mind is still, you guys have done a shit ton of mindset work. My mind still wants to think about what I don't want. I don't want to think about what I don't want. I want to think about what I want. So what do you want in your life? Stop complaining about what you don't want. Stop worrying about what you don't want. Start thinking about what you do want. What you do want in a life. What does it feel like to have your dream life that you're so freaking obsessed with? What is it that you want? Not what your mom wants, not what Sally wants, not what your cousin wants for you, not what your best friend wants from you. What do you want? And I'm going to like go a little further here. DM me what you want in your life. What is the one thing that, like, if I was like, okay, I have a magic wand and I'm going to let you use it for the day, what would be the one thing that you'd want that wand to do for you? Seriously, send me a DM on Instagram. I want to hear about it. Get clear on what you want. And then think about what you want. Don't think about what you don't want. Don't think about all the things that could happen if you don't get that thing. It's no, actually, I'm only focused on what I want. This is what I want. Period. End of story. 2, get rid of any and all things, beliefs, clothes, food that doesn't support what you want. Let's use an example. Let's say you want to be back at your ideal weight. I want to be back at my ideal weight. Okay. So what would be the things that I should omit if I want to be back at my ideal weight? Well, candy, clothes that no longer fit good, right? Clothes that like are no longer in style that I just like kept in my closet because, it used to fit me and now it doesn't. What else would I omit? Maybe alcohol. What else could you omit? Desserts, whatever it is. Okay. Things that don't serve you in the thing that you want, get rid of them. And guess what? Also the things that don't bring you joy. So if that means like you're working out, you're in this workout class and like it brings you no joy, you freaking hate it, you hate going there, blah, 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 omit that. Do something different. I'm not saying not move your body because I think movement is super important, but also what is going to bring you closer to the thing that you want, your ideal body. If you hate going and working out this class and doing this and blah, 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 or you hate running, can you do something different? Can you do the elliptical? Can you take this class instead? Can you do Pilates? Can you do yoga? Can you switch it up? Can you do spinning? Can you do spinning twice a week and run once a week instead of running 5 days? What are those things that like light you up that you'd be like, okay, I can get behind that. I can do that. Omit all the shoulds, have tos, need tos that you have in your belief system. This is like what I'm so good at, you guys, is like taking people's beliefs that are no longer serving them and clearing them energetically, clearing them physically from their body, from their realm, from their energetics, from their aura. So that way they can move forward with what they do want in their life. So again, get really clear about what you believe, because often it's the beliefs often that are holding you back. 3, take action towards the thing that you want. And I'm not saying run 5 miles today, run 10 miles tomorrow and 15 the next day. No, take one small action step every day to move you closer to the thing that you want, which in this case was your desire to be back at your ideal weight. So this doesn't mean that you go all in doing all the things, right? Running 20 miles like three times a week. This means take an action step every day. So maybe today it's I'm not going to eat dessert. Maybe tomorrow you're going to walk 2 miles. Maybe the next day you're going to take a spinning class. Maybe the next day you're going to cook the healthiest meal of your life. Whatever it is, one small daily action step. So often people are like, okay, and this is me too, my personality, I'm like all freaking in. And then what happens is when we shake it up so much, your body and your mind is like, whoa, this is like too much change. I don't feel safe in my body. And so then you go into self-sabotage and you're like, okay, well, I can't do that. Okay, I'm gonna eat this candy. Okay, I'm gonna bail on this exercise class. Okay, well, maybe just like 4 pieces of chocolate cake won't hurt. Maybe, maybe I'll just eat that sushi for dinner, whatever it is. Okay. And then you're like in self-sabotage. So you've made this plan, it's too much because you've tried to take too much action, right? You tried to run 20 miles a day and you tried to only eat protein for the last 4 days. That's a huge shock to your body. So instead of like going all in on something, be all in without going out. Be all in, be so committed to the vision of what you're doing without like throwing yourself in front of, a train, because you're like, okay, I'm going to do all these things at once, little things at a time. This moves the needle. When we go all in and we're so committed and we do little steps at a time, what happens? We gain momentum, right? It's like you're building, why can't I think of it? You're building, like you're compounding interest, right? Like you compound, which is like the eighth greatest wonder of the world is compounding interest. So what happens is this little movements over time that eventually, before you freaking know it, y'all, you have your dream body. Not because you went out and ran 20 miles 3 times a week, right? And killed yourself, but because you took sustainable little action pieces every single day and you continue to choose yourself and continue to choose your number one, right? What do you want? It is already be back to my ideal weight over and over and over again, over and over again, and again and again and again and again. This is how you create a life that you're obsessed with. These are the 3 steps. Get clear on what you want, omit anything that doesn't serve that doesn't light you the F up. 3, take small actionable steps. 1, even just 1 step a day to get you closer to number 1, to the thing that you want. That's it. You don't have to overcomplicate it. Oh, and here's another one that I'll say. Don't stop comparing yourself to somebody else's journey. You don't know what their journey is. Maybe they got there faster than you, sweet, but you don't know what kind of obstacles they had to overcome. And you don't know what other obstacles they're going to have to overcome on the other side of this, right? Do not compare your beginning to somebody's middle or somebody's end or whatever. You have blinders on yourself, focus on your journey and about what you want. What do you want? Remember, not what anybody else wants. What do you want? Get rid of all the things that aren't supporting you. The shoulds, the have tos, the need tos. And then take 1 small action piece every single day to bring you closer to that. And watch how your life evolves. Watch how your life changes. Watch how good your life freaking gets. This is how you create a life you're obsessed with. Over and over and over again. I love you. Get out and do it. Go create the life you're obsessed with. It is all available to you. You get to have anything and everything you want. I'm here. I'm here to do the work with you. I'm here to lead you into it. I'm here to activate you to your next level in my podcast, in my free content, in my paid courses, you guys, the Effortless Bundle, inside Unruly Mastermind, inside the Unknown One-on-One Coaching. I am giving you access to me at every level, but you have to be big, bold, and brave enough to choose it. I choose me. Do you choose you? I love you. I'll see you in the next episode.